I'm going to be sharing with you a top secret Minecraft technology that no one is talking about. It's quite surprising because it is one of the fastest ways to create landscapes in Minecraft. However, no one is really talking about it. Even though you've probably seen a Minecraft build done using this method, I still haven't seen anyone actually talking about it in a way that is substantial, that people are sharing. So make sure to share this video so this gets out there, because this is, in my opinion, quite important and really cool. Now, you're probably wondering, what is it? Is it World Painter? We already know about World Painter. No, it's not World Painter. Is it World Edit? Nope. We already know about World Edit, and there's plenty of videos on that. And obviously, it's definitely not by hand if it's not the other two that I just mentioned. So you're probably wondering, well, what is it? Now, if we think about the perspective of build teams and other people, you would start understanding why they would start looking for an alternative. Build teams do not have a lot of time. They can't really record using Replay Mod very easily because their team is multinational with many people working on the team, and they're aiming for super high quality. All those things making it difficult to manage all the people at one time to get on at the same time to record them all. So the things I mentioned earlier generally just don't work for build teams and groups of people. And you would think that World Edit would be even better with a group of people because then they all could work on it. Well, that's one of the problems. They're all working on it. So they end up actually using a terrain generator. Terrain generators are programs specifically made by different companies around the world to make terrain very quickly and realistically, for example, for films, TV, and games. So, for example, there's World Machine, which has been used for a variety of things. In fact, I think it was used for GTA as well. And there's also World Creator, which was used to create also a variety of things from film to TV to games as well. Both those programs are industry proven in all those fields, from, as I said, movies to video games to TV. So those are super cool programs, allow you to make terrain extremely fast because they're specially made for it. They also do erosion as well, and they have noise generators and a bunch of other things that really make them extremely useful for whenever you're trying to create realistic terrain for whatever your purpose is for 3D environments or whatever it might be. However, they are a little complicated. I'm joking, they're not complicated really at all. They actually end up being extremely easy to use. They're virtually plug and play. All you gotta do is just stack effects on top of each other in World Creator and boom, you got some terrain. Or in World Machine, all you gotta do is plug in some nodes to each other and boom, you got some terrain. And it creates an image called a height map. Now, you're probably thinking, well, why is it stored as an image? So an image tends to be very useful for storing terrain because most terrain doesn't have overhangs, at least generally. So you're able to store the height and the X and the Y. So the X, Y, and Z value of the terrain at every single pixel very easily. Because it already has the X and the Y, and Minecraft's already X and Y, and most programs that do stuff in 3D have an X and a Y. So images tend to translate very well into those programs. Next is the height value. The height value is stored as a 0 all the way through into 1. So it's 0, 0.1, 0.2, all the way up into 1. Now, it's not evenly stored. You could do 0.156, 28, 57, something, whatever. You can do any value between 0 and 1. And whenever you multiply that by the height of your model, you get what it's supposed to look like. So for Minecraft, the height of that would be 255. So if you multiply 0 by 255, then you get 0. Multiply 1 by 255, you get 255. Multiply 0.5 by 255, you get 128. At least that would be the block height. So this ends up being a very good way of storing terrain for terrain generation specifically. Because all that is already in an image. That's why it is black and white. The 0 through 1 value I mentioned is actually the luminance value, or the sort of like the power level of it. If it's 0, then the power is turned all the way off. If it's 1, it's turned all the way up, and it's white. Because all the pixels are turned all the way up. So anyway, hope you guys found that interesting. If you're wondering how you can get started into terrain generation, I plan on making an entire series on terrain generation. I want to show you guys how to do it from the beginner all the way up to the more advanced. I want to show you guys free ways of doing this. I want to show you guys paid ways of doing this because there's really amazing paid programs and there's really amazing free. Okay, actually there's no amazing free programs, to be honest. There is Gaia, which is a really good terrain generation program that you guys should definitely check out if you want to do it for free, but it limits you to 1024 by 1024. For Minecraft, that's not bad, and you can obviously scale that up. Then there's also Terra Sculptor, which works really well for things above that scale, but you have to use World Painter and Terra Sculptor, and it ends up being a little bit more difficult to use. So yeah, anyway, so I don't go on a tangent right there, we'll just move on to what I need your guys' help for. I want to do a bunch of tutorials on all the different programs, and for a lot of people that want to learn about these programs or wanting to use these programs for professional use, or earning money using them, whether you're a game developer or doing it for Minecraft or whatever you're doing it for, I need your help because I want to compare every single terrain generation program I can get my hands on, and there's 4 to 5 main ones I want to check out at the moment. So if it would be greatly helpful if you guys would support me through Patreon, so I can give this a try. I want to tell you guys what the actual amount that I'm working up towards is, and then beyond that, I also need to explain a couple other things, and then that'll pretty much then I can actually explain what I need to explain. So specifically, if you do not have the money, don't worry about it. You can just like, comment, and subscribe. You can comment what terrain generation software you already use, or you can comment what terrain generation software you want me to check out. So if you have any ideas on that, definitely comment down below. If you have the money, or if you're a professional who's wanting to compare all these programs but never had the money, all you gotta do is send like $10 or however much you feel led to give, and hopefully we can get to my goal of $379. Luckily, I already have World Creator, which is $289, and I have the indie version of World Machine, which a friend bought me, so all I need is $199 for Gaia Quad Spinner, and I need $180 for the World Machine upgrade. So hopefully we'll be able to get that money built up through Patreon or PayPal. My PayPal will be in the description. It'll be my Gmail. So if you guys want to help me out with that, definitely you can do any of those things I mentioned down below. So then on the next videos, I'll be able to compare them evenly, because right now I'm unable to compare them evenly. Gaia, I'm only able to use the free version, and World Machine, I'm only able to use the indie version. I feel like this is an extremely unfair way of comparing these programs, because World Machine, I only have the indie version, so it's extremely slow compared to World Creator, and Gaia is extremely fast but limited because it limits you to 1024. I mean, for it being free, that's amazing, but trying to compare them as a professional, comparing it for professional uses, it's going to be very difficult. So if you want to help me out with that, I would feel I would appreciate that a lot. And it might end up saving you a lot of money if you're planning on buying one of these programs. Just donate $10 to this, and so that you don't end up spending, an extra $100 or $200 in a program that you end up not liking because it's not exactly what you needed for what you're planning on using it for. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, then definitely comment, like, subscribe, all the stuff I already mentioned, and hope you guys had a great, wonderful, sublime day, and God bless.